Good evening. Good evening. What's going on, YouTube? It is me, the BBK, and welcome back to the Boss's Clubhouse. What's going on, Diva D? Hey, mamas. I was gonna go ahead and just put the pieces of my YouTube Boulevard on here, but then I've decided not. I'm gonna save that for the upload. But I did want to check in and see if you guys were, keeping up with the different moves that the folks are making. If we want to talk about keeping up with virtual reality moves, which I want to talk about. I know I ain't visited y'all in a minute. Sorry, I've been busy. I've been doing things. I've been preoccupied, handling business, enjoying life, paying bills, doing all of the things. So forgive me for not coming on a little more regular. Sorry about that. So I do want to speak on Olivia and what's her boyfriend's name? They call him Zolo. Right, Diva. Right. I'm glad that they opened it up to state, but as far as I was concerned, I was gonna keep moving regardless. So y'all know me, I'm a free spirit. But so Olivia is currently going through it with her I guess soon to be ex-husband, if not ex-husband already. He's also the father of her kids. She has been publicly battling it out with him on social media, which to me is one of the dumbest things you can do if you're going to go before a judge and it involves kids. I hope that the judge sees you acting and carrying yourself in a manner that is appropriate to that of an adult with kids and not a fucking bumbling idiot. Um Anyway, she been fighting it out. He been airing her ass out to dry. Do you hear me, Cletus? And he would get in her ass, and his current girlfriend be trying to hold him back, be trying to pull him back, rein him in. I be so tickled, I ain't gonna even lie. Because you get signs. You get signs when a man is good for you and when a man is not good for you. Now, what a lot of women's problem is, they get the sign, but they put the sign on the man or the woman instead of putting it on themselves. Sometimes you self-sabotage, right? Sometimes you can be the problem, right? Sometimes you can get those signs and you think God telling you something about the other person when God trying to tell you something about you. Okay? Zolo, this current boyfriend, he's a red bone, kind of cute, but I don't like red bones. Has a record of domestic violence, allegedly. They doxed him. So, homeboy be putting his paws on people. They doxed him, put his information out there. And what the videos were saying was that they got him, that he's arrested. So I guess he was supposed to have a court date and didn't go, and they put out a bench warrant on him. Not really specifically sure on the outcome of that because I kept getting interrupted. I kept getting interrupted with some real shit, so I got sidetracked. But I am going to go back and listen to it because, and it seemed like whatever the rant was, whatever happened, it went down on public social media because several vloggers are naming their videos the same thing and they're using the same snapshot. So we know only one person's going to get paid for the video. The rest of them, going to have to get in line. No. So, my question to you guys is, when you determined that you were going to have to be a single parent, right? And you have kids, when you start dating again, when you start courting again, when do you think it's appropriate to start bringing that man around your children? See, I'm a country girl. I'm from the old school. And I didn't bring my dates around my kids. I was much older. I mean, we would be in a relationship if I brought them around my kids. Most of the time, it wasn't a relationship. It was a relationship, all right. It was like more like a understanding, like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like that booty call type relationship. Yeah. Because sometimes with attachments, you get a lot of baggage and a lot of leftover and other people's shit you get stuck with that gets put on you. And it's just better if you don't have no attachments. That way you don't have to deal with none of that. So that's my point of being. But at any rate, the point of the matter is this, that, my kids would be in the bed, sleep, if somebody was making one of them quick night calls. Because every night wasn't a night where you could just jump up and call somebody. You definitely not finna be waking no babies up, transporting them in the night. That's what we don't do. So, some of them where you got to come in, get out, just like that. But at what age, how long in a relationship or how much time do you spend with that individual before you start letting them around your kids? The news has shown us that if you make that jump too quick, it could be detrimental. It could be actually fatal. You could lose kids. If you make the move too fast. I'm just saying that's what the news is showing us. I never let my right, Diva. Exactly. Hey, Libra butterfly. Let's need to see what. Exactly, Libra butterfly. Exactly. And that's exactly my point. Like, if we just on the booty call thing, you don't need to be around my kids. You don't need to know my kids. My kids damn sure don't need to know about you, because out of the mouth of babes, they will repeat and try to regurgitate what they see, what they hear, how they feel. That's just kids. They're like a sponge. They soak up everything. But if you start bringing all these different men around your kids, then your kids become victim to their evil and devilish fetishes. Sometimes you messing with a whole pedo nigga. Got to use code words for the nanobots. A whole pedo. Sometimes you got a man that really just don't like kids, and then you got the nerve to be gonna run to the store to get some cigarettes and a beer, and you got the nerve to say, "I'll be right back," and leave your kids in the house with him. Oh, no, ma'am, no ham, no hell to the no. Get your shoes on real quick. Come go with me. Okay, we be right back, babe. If my child gonna see you, we must be on our way to something serious. You can't be a booty call. Because when you get to the house, whatever you ain't got, you got to go back out and get. And if you ain't got what you need, then you go ahead on and catch me next month when you get all of what you need. because it's just certain things you don't do. But again, I was raised old school. Exactly, Diva. Exactly. Well, you know what? And here's the deal. I absolutely agree with you, Diva. Absolutely. It is a package deal. But how early do you introduce the packages? See, for me, I can't just introduce them to everybody. I got to get to know them. You can know that I have a child, and you can know that if what we're doing is leading us somewhere, that eventually you will meet the child. But nigga, if I met you and I want to hit it real quick and leave it alone, you don't need to know nothing about my child. What she looked like, what her name is, what his name is, what he looked like, how big he is, how old he is, what his room look. You don't need to know none of that. None of that. And then you have these women who literally will ask they do to watch their kid. Now I don't know about y'all, but see, it was that once upon a time, it was like if we are in a relationship, you must be paying bills if you're over here and we're living like we're gonna be married. See, I didn't have my boyfriend as a roommate. The boyfriends that I had as roommates turned into husband material. See, two. One husband was to be and never was. See, but other than that, no. We don't need to be Netflix and chilling up watching. If we're gonna be up watching movies and doing the dang things, then the kids must already be gone somewhere else. This woman's children have been around this man, and this man got a record. Did she know it? She seems very thirsty. Now, sometimes I look at her and I think, oh, but then as I go back and look through her older videos, it's like she's a whole thought bucket. She's very thirsty. It's unfortunate to be a big woman, and you're supposed to be comfortable with yourself. You're supposed to love yourself. Then why is it that you have to love a man instead of loving the 4 kids that you've allowed these men to give you and leave you with? Why don't you work on your relationship with your kids first? It seemed like she keep putting any type of relationship that she should be having with her kids, she putting it off on something different. Shit ain't moving. Like she get a dog, then she got a rabbit. Like you trying to give them a relationship with anybody and everybody else other than outside of you. No, I can't stand. Right. Oh my God. That is so true, Diva. That is so true. You never want to take the kids. And that again is another sign. That is another sign, because if you guys have talked about it, not just fucked about it, but actually had conversations, and y'all are claiming each other as girlfriend and boyfriend, yes, now it's time for you to meet the kids. And at some point, you not inviting the kids to some type of a family function is going to tell me if you're worthy of being marriage material. Now you got to figure out, because we can't keep doing this if we're not going somewhere. And if we are going to keep doing this, then we need to put some space in between us. And now it opens the door for him or her to become involved with somebody else, because now you done cut their time down. Right? Because see, whenever he ain't an in-house brother, they tend to wander. See, I'm just saying. Won't let her husband see his kids. Done packed up and ran and now the girl, the ex-best friend whose stuff she took, she out and I'm just like, wow. And the other one, oh my God. I know two by first name. The other three I don't know. One of them I think is Katie, either Katie or Karen. I know Olivia. Oh shit, do I know Olivia? One is Liv, and the other one is Jazzy. Jazzy something. Anyway, Jazzy, yeah, I believe. Yeah. The other one is Katie. I don't remember the other two, Katie or Karen. But anyway, now she pregnant again. She thought it was twins at first because she got a set of twins, but thank goodness it's not. She's pretty much got stair steppers, and she don't want to got them a little puppy that the poor dog I don't believe gonna make it to see a year. They gonna kill him. They just be dangling, twangling, and slinging that little dog somewhere everywhere. Poor baby. But anyway, you know, I I don't know if this Chris dude is the father of all of her kids, and if he is, God bless him. But that one time he get that one taste of cootie cat outside of their relationship, it's over. He gonna run for the hills because he gonna need and want that peace. Now we hear the stories that she tell us when she's on her video and the information she shares with us. I don't know if it's real or not. It don't really matter one way or the other. However, my thing is this: why are you not using protection when you got all of the kids that you got at the age that you got them? You so-called have a brand, you're growing your brand. That means you got to grow and do things. Do you want to be available to move? You want to be available to sign a contract and get into something that's going to be good for you and your family, but you got to have a plan. And to me, it just doesn't seem like Jazzy has one. She's not interested in a plan. I could be wrong. I don't know. I know that there were a lot of children that were found allegedly. They still finding kids from the task force again allegedly. I don't know what you want to really say. I don't really want to get into the whole kid thing other than we watched some videos yesterday. I got in kind of late this morning, but I was on one, so I was up for a minute. I didn't go to bed till probably about 5. But yesterday we watched some videos with how they kidnap kids. And there was one video that went viral on Instagram. It's been a couple of months back, close to the first of the year, where these people were on vacation at a restaurant out on the patio. And a man came inside the patio, walked up to the table where the toddler sat with her family, proceeded to pick that toddler up out the chair to walk away, to run away with her. And it took all of them on the patio to try to, keep him from taking the baby. And this was broad daylight. Now, what's a little annoying for me is that some of these same kidnappings happen because people will allow their child to go to the bathroom. Oh, I can see the bathroom from here. Yeah, but did you see the door at the hallway that's outside the men's bathroom and the women's bathroom? Did you see how a person can come out the bathroom without you not seeing them and get out the back door? You didn't see that, though, so that's why your child is gone, because you let her go to the bathroom by herself. Okay. My sis had 5. Oh. That's pathetic, Diva. That's pathetic. Because it is men out there that want what you giving them, want what you got, want to keep it at any cost, and will try to turn you against your kids. There are some women out here that are so desperate to have somebody on their shoulder, laying up under their titties so bad that they will accept anything. I know somebody that accept a man beating on her, accepted a man stealing from her, taking her car, taking her money, stealing checks, writing checks out there, doing everything, trying to put her in jail, everything. And when I asked, why do you accept this unacceptable behavior from these men? The reply was, I don't want to be alone. I what? You what? You don't want to be alone. God damn. I've seen the videos when I had to do different projects and stuff at school where people sit up and explain why they're in a homeless situation that they're in because they had to make a decision to keep their child safe. I just saw a video tonight of some of the youngest kids to become parents. And the one that made the Guinness books was Lena. Her name was Lena Mina something. She began having her monthly cycle at the age of 3 years old. let me repeat that again. Lena Mina got her cycle at the age of 3. Lena Mina became a mom with a whole child at the age of 5. Lena Mina's parents did not give permission to the doctors to do an extreme workup on this baby's body to figure out how that could have happened between 3 and 5. They wouldn't allow it. Lena Mina's doctor took guardianship over her care as she was carrying this child, birthing this child, doing all the things. Yep, could be me. I never mind being alone. So, okay, Diva, fuck what you heard, girl. It was suspected and rumored that there was some violations going on in Lena Mina's household. And the reason Lena Mina's parents did not grant permission was that had they granted the permission, it would have been discovered that her cherry had been Mm-hmm. Yep. Then they would have been looking at the mama and the daddy. See, another one of the youngest kids were the ages of 7 and was it 7 and 9? 7 and 11, I believe. The girl was 11, by the way. The boy was 7. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They were cousins. Mm-hmm. And in their country, the kids had arranged marriages. I was so shocked at the images and pictures that were being shown that I didn't capture none of them because my mouth was open like, say what? Because, I'm stuck on the bad shit. I'm thinking to myself, these kids having babies from the age of 3 and 9, bitch, they daddy not doing something to them. Why don't y'all go get them? Why don't y'all go look into it? This ain't no Mother Mary, sweet baby Jesus bullshit going on around here, nigga. Ain't nobody gonna replicate or duplicate what happened with Jesus, with baby Jesus now, and Mary Magdalene. Ain't nobody finna duplicate that. You need to go ahead and go pick their dad up because that nigga done did something. He did wrong now. Somebody need to go get him. But I don't hear nobody talking about it. Of course, I know I'm going to have to dig a little deeper, but y'all know my ADHD had me going all over the place. I be on this 1 minute, next minute, I'll be on something else, child. But I got some notes down here. Hey, Ruthie. I'm good, boo. How are you? Oh, yeah, I'm real good, girl. I'm on 1 for 1. I fixed some shrimp fried rice. I scrambled up the eggs. I put a half a thing of sweet peas in there. I grilled my shrimp, Put that in there, some onions. Then I turned around and made a half a thing of bacon. And I made bacon sandwich because I wanted a snack. So I got something for breakfast. I got all my breakfast and lunch ready for tomorrow. So, girl, I cooked that. But I also have 2 New York strips in there that I'm thinking about going in there and putting them in the oven in just a minute. It depends. I'm planning on going in here and washing my hair first. But we'll see what happened first. Whatever happened first, we'll plan on the latter happening after the fact. But back to the children. So if the baby then had a cycle at 3 years old, okay, that's God's movement. That's God's work. That is his miracle. His blessing to her. But he ain't put no baby up in there like Mary Magdalene now. No. Somebody put something up in there, shot some semen up in there. Probably came from a little penis penetration. Orgasmic activities. You know what I'm saying? Why y'all ain't looking at the dad? I'm looking at him. I don't even know who the damn dad is. Probably dead by now, but I'm looking at him. I could be very wrong, but nigga, I see you. I'm looking at you, and I'm waiting on somebody else to go look up in there and see what's going on. But the parents didn't give him permission to look at little Lena Mina. They didn't give it up. Then you have the girls that get with them boys, them rappers and entertainers, those sports guys, hood, they never had no money before. They don't know how to act. They always wilding out. He telling you he love you and you ain't gonna never leave him and doing all the things. Now instantly you want to feel comfortable with telling him to go pick up little Timmy, go pick up little Lisa. No, stop letting these men go be a stepfather to your child. The only man you want your child looking up to and respecting is the man that God has chosen and put before you. No temporaries, no booty calls, no fill-ins, none of that. No substitutes, none of that. Child went to Popeye. Oh no, Ruthie. Oh, I know you mad. I know you mad. Oh, I know you mad. Here, let me drop the link. We ain't talked in a while. If anybody want to come up, y'all welcome. I know you better go back or you better call and let them know that you come and be there first thing in the morning, honey, and catch them at breakfast. Cheeseburgers, yeah. Are you cooking it in the air fryer, Diva? Are you cooking that oven roasted cheesy asparagus in the air fryer? Because, girl, I just seen a menu or recipe for a filled chicken breast. You put bacon wrapped asparagus inside of a chicken breast with cheese and then toothpick it together and proceed to cook it. Oh, you cooked it in the oven? I bet you did, girl, because that air fryer is too much. It's too much. And, I already did chicken breasts in the air fryer before. I don't particularly care for them. I had to cut them open a little bit because, I don't want none of that salmonella, keep them yellow. I don't want none of that shit. I need my chicken to be fully cooked. No pink, no drip, no red, no none of that. Solid. Not solid as a rock, but bitch, solid enough. I definitely said you guys in there and turned up. Really? You're gonna have to tell me how long did you keep it? How long did you keep them in there? Like at one point, did you flip it and did you have to flip it again? Because I ended up even had to increase the time on my air fryer for mine when I cook mine. But I mean, I know what to do for the party wings. To the T. Yeah. And then you got, like, for instance, let's talk about this. I know this is gonna piss somebody out. Let's talk about Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner had a whole relationship with Tiger. I almost called him Tigger. with Tiger. She had a whole relationship with him. She was holding his son, being stepmom to his son, and all of the things. But that was because she didn't have no choice if she wanted to be with him, because he was, came with a package deal. And she was as much as she could do. Look at the little King's mama. Look at Angela. Oh shit! I here. Oh wait a minute. Hold on. Let me get my thing, bench. I can't. It won't even let me verify you. Hang on. Let me do some. I don't pay for mine. Okay. Okay, so you know what, Benj? Type in the chat before I bring you on. Because, see, that's what happened last time. They didn't type in the chat and try to come on. And Benj ain't never tried to come on without typing in the chat. I can't let you up till you type in the chat. Hold on, Benj. Hold on, Benj. Okay, Benj, I can't let you up. You still ain't acting like my Benj. My Benj thinker would not have responded in the way that you respond. Let me just say that. Benj always says something when you come in chat. I don't. Okay, hang on. Let me see. Okay, what you want to say, Benj? So anyway, so then let me ask you guys something. Why won't it let me verify? Because I'm not paying? Oh, that's too sad. That's too bad. Yeah. Oh, you didn't flip it at all? Oh man. Oh, okay. It still don't seem right, but okay, babe. Thank you, Benj. Some don't seem right, but it won't let me have an overlay, so I'm sorry, babe. Um, so Angela was playing. Well, Angela, what's his name? Kim's brother, Rob. he didn't have any kids besides the one he had with Angela, so she didn't have to play stepmom to nothing or nobody. And the one that he had, he played dad to. Now, allegedly he looks real good. Now, Rob Kardashian looks, I'm not logged in my laptop. That may be why. Oh, okay. Because it wouldn't even take me to my page, take me to your page when I was trying to click on it. No problem. Okay, binge. Now that's binge. Because I usually binge would always say something before she come down. You ain't never just click the link out the blue and ain't said nothing in the chat. So if you're not binging, that's a clue, but it's more to it. But okay, I see you. I see you now. That look more like binge. that looked like her right there. But okay. What was I fixing to say? Yeah, so Rob Kardashian looks really, really good. He's lost a lot of weight. He's down. He was able to get his child support reduced from 10,000 to, I want to say he was aiming for three, I believe, 35 or four. Because his socks, his what do they call Frank George socks, George St. Paul socks, Bill George, William George, I think they're called William George. George William, I think it's William George. Anyway, his sock collection, I believe, is all that he has, business oriented, they're not doing well. So he was trying to get a reduction in child support. And last I heard was he got it, but I didn't pay attention to how much he got and I didn't look for it. The point is he's playing daddy to his real child when he can't see her. Now, it's interesting. I haven't seen her baby in a minute. She definitely had the forehead like her mom. We'll see if the gap is inherited from grandma to mom to daughter. We'll see if, because for a minute China wasn't even doing right by Rob, like letting him see the baby. Not like it was a big fight every time you turned around, and then she didn't even want her own real mama to like come in and help out. So I don't know what kind of shit she was on, but it wasn't cool at all. Ooh, girl, no, I didn't hear that. Ooh, tell the truth, for shame the devil. You think so? I don't think so, girl. What Rob been practicing on? A watermelon or a goddamn llama? Girl, I don't know. I didn't know she said that, binge. Girl, I'll say. Well, I know one thing. I haven't seen her daughter in quite some time. I hope she continued to let her be around her baby cousin Storm and what's Chloe's baby name? Was her name Truth? What's her name? No, it's got to start with a K. Oh, Storm started with an S. Storm didn't start with a K. Whatever Chloe's baby's name is? I can't think of it. On WW show. Wendy Williams show. Oh, okay. I think I heard that Chloe was pregnant again, supposedly, but Tristan is still out here planting his thing and his seeds and anything that'll swallow it up. Look, here's the deal. Chloe loves somebody that's going to forever cheat on her, just like the rest of them. Except for some reason, she thought because he was doing so good with his first baby mama that she was going to get the same treatment. Well, she is getting the same treatment. She getting the same treatment that the first baby mama had. He wasn't shit with her, and he ain't going to be shit with Chloe. He ain't going to be shit to the next one. Now, the deal of it is this. If he's doing good by the kids, then child, let him be good by the kids and turn a blind eye to what he doing to go get your back scratched. Huh? Go get your neck and shit rubbed, the inside of your thighs and shit rubbed. Go get your back blowed out. What? What's going on, King Anthony? What's up, King? What's up, Boss King? He working, okay. Yeah. Go get your back blowed out. Let him do what he doing. He think he doing something, but baby, if he fuck around and find out that you really getting served up on the platter like a smorgasbord over in the Heights, baby, you might rip him straight. Isn't he young? Tristan, they about the same age, ain't they? I mean, he might be a little bit younger than her, but I don't think he's no more than 5 years if he that young. Yeah. I mean, she ain't no cougar on him. No. She ain't no cougar on him. And Courtney, I believe, is trying to get her kids in a position where they don't need constant protection everywhere they go. She wants them to be normal. She wants them to be able to go to school and people not know who they are and not, be grabbing up on her and running up on her and people trying to kidnap her for her money. And, I'm sure she wants to get away from that because it seemed like she really not even trying to be on the show. And I thought we read something earlier in the year where the Kardashian show was over with. I hadn't been keeping up with it since we reported on it, but I hadn't checked. No? Child, I don't know. I just know one thing. All of the elite can get ready to take their seat in the 8x10. And when I tell you all of this will be coming out in my YouTube Boulevard, I've been working on it all day. A lot of stuff is going to come out in the YouTube Boulevard. Now I'm mixing fiction with truth. And trying to, stagger how you put some of it out there. Now, what I want to know is anybody, she's the rebel. Oh, okay. Anybody in Texas, any Texans in the bushes, in the skybox, in the penthouse, in the clouds, listen up. Dallas, Houston, San Antonio. If you wasn't locking your doors, you better start locking your doors and your windows. If you need a doggy door, go have one built, nigga. Leaving the doors open, thinking your dogs can save you, do not do it because, baby, those are the major cities that the cartel allegedly are bringing in the humans. Okay? Now, they've been having their gunfights down at the border, and it's been rough and tough. The last time I reported to y'all, they found 190 of them in the house over there. Somebody had reported a kidnapping, a burglary, then there was a kidnapping. I don't remember in what order. But the police got there and there was 190 people up in the damn house. And the women had not been sexually assaulted, allegedly. That's how they reported it. They had not been sexually assaulted. It's about 5 or 6 women up in there. 190 people in the house. Now, we did a little experiment to see how many people you could get in a bedroom. And that wasn't even including having the closets open. But if you had the closets open, you could get probably about another, 10, 14 people in the closet. On the ground floor. We're not counting no upper levels. You will be amazed how many people you can get in one bedroom. I stopped watching it. Haven't heard about the 190 people. Oh yeah, I reported on it on my thumbnail. It's a picture of like the news broadcast with the police red and blue lights flashing in the neighborhood at a house. And in the news thumbnail, it says 190 people found in the house. Yeah, I reported on it. Trafficking. They've been going strong, real strong since March. Real heavy. And what they've been doing since now they're finding kids mixed in. MSM, mainstream media, is not allowed to really speak on it. Remember, they bought and paid for they speak when they're told to speak. Only what they're given permission on, no more, no less. Yeah. Trafficking is still crazy. And you notice they got all of them people they was talking about, they was identifying the people, they was putting the people with their family. You ain't heard no more about it, you damn right. And then the few youth that were in with the 190, well, depending on, that's right, they were all teenagers. So yeah, no, they may not get no kid juice from them, but I don't know who's to say they won't try. Who's to say they won't try? Now, they had a hard time getting them up out of the house because of the Killer Pete. So they was bringing them out a few at a time, doing the little tests on them out in the yard before they loaded them up to take them to a concentration camp. That's what I like to call it. You can call it what you want to call it. I call it an enslavement area, a confinement area for this reason, for these type of people. Give it any name you want to give. That's the bottom line of it for me, though. Yes, ma'am. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they smuggling them in. And they supposed to have been picked up by a certain time frame, but the neighbor messed around and called the police for something. And it didn't go the way they planned, and boom, popped them. Mm-hmm. But see, you got the whole the leasing company. What do you call it? The real estate folk? Popped. Yes, it's been a pattern. See? It's been a pattern. See? And they weren't even smart enough to put it in some other names, put some of those properties in some other names. Again, why you think the kids keep being found? Because people are losing contact with their handlers. They don't know what to do, so they say, fuck it, we out. Open up the door, let them run. They run left, we run right, let's go. I don't know if that's true. I'm talking shit, but this is what I feel. Whoa, I'm crying sometimes. Absolutely, Benj. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, y'all done found a way to clone us. Y'all done cloned the animal. Y'all slowly graduating with the animal, but somebody gonna get Billy Badass around here and they gonna take a shot. They gonna do something. They gonna pick me. Another pick of me. You can get a pig on me. See if they can clone you. Then if they can clone you, then they got to make sure to work the microchip in to make sure it's gonna function like it's supposed to. Can you imagine somebody having the power to push a button and slow your heartbeat down to within an inch of your life? That's a little bit too much power, don't you think? Can you imagine somebody having the power to the brake system on your car? They control the brakes. And while you're trying to control them, they're letting you know you don't have control, but they're not controlling them either, nigga. You looking at death in front of you. That's a little bit too much power. You got control of my power steering system? Why? How is that happening? Ain't that an electric car? Come on now. That's an electric car, right? A hybrid? You in an electric car with a chip that reads magnetic and electrical pulses and signals. They got power to the brakes and the power steering fluid. They got and the power steering. but they also got control of you. So fuck it. They just tell you to take your arms and swerve right and go off the cliff. Make your foot push the pedal all the way to the floor, turn to the right and go off the cliff. That's too much power. That's too much power. You know, they're thank you, Binge, because I could not find the receipts. I found one thing, but I wasn't able to vet it. So that's why I hadn't said nothing about it until just now when I said, I don't know. I know they have successfully cloned goats, rats, monkeys. Pigs was one that I know was being worked on. But humans, I could not find nothing on. And when an article was sent to me, I questioned it and I started researching to find out if I could find any proof that it was so. I couldn't find none. So you saying that is like my proof. That's like my backup. Thank you, babe. I figured as much. Y'all think it's cute. If they clone you and find out they can do more with the clone than they can you, what do they need you again for? I'm just saying. Your clone will not have any emotions other than the emotions programmed into them. What do they need you for? I'll wait. Your clone can go out there, get a boyfriend, have sex, get a good head and all the thing and never catch a disease. What do they need you for? I'll wait. I mean, I'm just saying. That was the same question I asked about the jab. If it ain't curing me, healing me, or preventing it, why am I taking it again? I'm still waiting on an answer. Moving on. When that ear was fine. Well, you know, it's funny that you speak on the way you worded that. Because was it early 2000 when this crime movie was made called Face Off, starring Nicolas Cage and John Travolta, and John Travolta was an FBI bigwig, and Nicolas Cage was Kingpin, with a brother who had a very unique ability. His IQ was extremely high, but he had some slow tendencies. So he had to always end up tying his brother's shoes, you know, telling his brother, don't, you know, stay with your bodyguards. They're there to protect you. You know, tie your shoe, you know, get off your phone, watch for cars, you know, but he's a grown man and he has, like I said, an IQ that's very high ability. Long story short, they thought they had killed Nicolas Cage, but he had bombs planted, and they had to find a way to trick his compadres into thinking that he was still alive, so they could find out what the bombs was. So they took the face off of off of John Travolta, and put it on Nicolas Cage. Well, put it up and took Nicolas Cage's face and put it on John Travolta's, and instantly, you know, the lives were switched. It was a really, really good movie. But when they were wheeling Nicholas into the facility, they were showing how they were building an ear with the magnetic red laser. And it was showing the different things that it was able to create. And you know, it was just amazing. It was showing the little secrets of the clinic or whatever. And yeah, that's what I thought about when you said that. It was like, yeah, I remember when they let us know that this was possible. I continue to remind y'all, a lot of this stuff they let us know in movies all the time. It was done around the time that was fun. Okay. Yeah. See, by the time the people in Vegas, like at the wax museums, had got together by doing wax figures, they were already behind the schedule. They was already behind the schedule. They just hadn't talked about it publicly because of a money issue. You know, that type of thing is money pushing it, money covering it, money riding with it. Money, 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 money. So you can't necessarily just come out with it. Oh yeah, letting us know, always letting us know, and we never pay attention. We never pay attention. Just like the movie called Forgotten, where her son disappeared at a play date in the park. They blinked her ass with one of those men in black tasers, and she would have these moments of deja vu where she remembered that she had a son. They wiped her son out of her entire life, off any pictures, out of her memories, everything. And then she ended up going next door one day, and there was a scratch on the wall. She tore the wallpaper off, and there were the markings from kids. Her and her neighbor both had kids. They was taking the kids. Who? The aliens. Yes, she ended up getting them back, and the aliens was telling the humans why, what, when, where, and how. They show us this stuff. It's an ethical issue. Okay. Okay. Cloning is absolutely. Listen, when they started talking about freezing our bodies back in the Michael Jackson days, when they was talking about freezing our bodies in the cryo joint and wake us up later on, I knew then they was finna start doing some crazy shit. Then they started talking about saving your embryonic eggs and stuff for a later date. Bitch, if I ain't had a baby by 50, I can guarantee you I'm not going to have one at 83. So it ain't like we really need to do a lot with that. Oh, they been here. Oh, they been making a joke out of, look, they been making a joke out of the aliens. They been making a joke out of the aliens and the whole thing. But you know what? The other day they just confirmed the video that got out. They confirmed that it was a legitimate video. It had not been tampered with. It was real. It was a UFO that was shot in 2019. Mm-hmm. Now let me tell you something else. Do y'all remember? Y'all remember the man on YouTube that went to McDonald's, got a cheeseburger, and fries, and he put them in these cases and he put them out in the garage, and he let them set. And I think he let them set for probably about 9 months to see what would happen. The burger grew mold and mildew and stuff on it. I mean, it was covered in black and green. It was so grotesque. But the fries looked like had nobody touched them, did nothing happen. I mean, some of them probably had a little bit of something on them, some gookie on them. But for the most part, it seemed like the fries didn't change. Well, the McDonald's industry uses a particular type of, I like to call it Buddha russet potatoes. Buddha might not be the right word, but I keep messing up the name. So anyway, they are a form or variety of russet potatoes, right? Now, these potatoes that they use are potatoes that cause what they call net necrosis. That's what the McDonald's French fries contain in these potatoes that's used for their French fries. Okay. And the net necrosis is created, allegedly, by the toxins used to prevent it, to kill it, right? So the farmers out on the farm, on the fields, they use this pesticide called Monitor. And they go out there and they spray these potatoes with all of this Monitor. They spray all of this shit, just spray. They got on their hazmat suits and everything. The Monitor, the pesticide, is so toxic, the farmers won't even go back out to the field for 5 days after they done sprayed. But this is what we eat when we eat the French fries from McDonald's. Do you think there's another thing? Well, we got that 1400 one. You know, you got the 1400 one coming, and I think that's it for right now. Um, so we had the 6, we had the 12, we had, let me see. So 6, 12, 14. So yeah, 6, 12, that's 18, 18, 14, that's 32. So yeah, 3,200. Yeah. So I think that 14 is going to be the last one. Now, there is more stimulus money available. I'm going to tell you about it. This was also supposed to be something in the YouTube Boulevard too, but I hadn't figured out where to put it in yet. But we can talk about it now, and I'll still add it in. Same with some rice. I left it out for 2 days. It didn't break down. Get smelly at all. Oh wow. Yeah, but 2 days. If you leaving the rice in the refrigerator, no, it ain't gonna break down. Yeah, now if you leaving it out there in the hot and the heat and the moisture and stuff, ain't no 2 days still ain't too bad, because I think it took McDonald's longer than 2 days for it to start mildewing and molding up. But I mean, they left this stuff out there damn near a year, for almost a year. Because 9 months might as well round up to a year. They left it out there almost a year. And them French fries had nothing I touched them French fries. But the point of it is that we've learned, or I've learned over the last year and so, that a lot of things are given to us purposely, maliciously, for financial gain. If you give me tainted meat, if you give me tainted rice, tainted beans, if you give me tainted cheese, it is so that the pharmaceutical companies, the doctors, the medicine groups, the insurances can all profit from my sickness and my illness. It's unfortunate, but it's true. I love me some McDonald's French fries, but let me tell you something about cooking some of them old crinkle cut French fries that I used to them food with. Get you a good old bag of them all router French fries on crinkle cuts. Let me tell you something. Get that grease nice and hot. And I use a pot. I use a pot. Get that grease nice and hot. Drop them fat fries down in there. Let them get to going. Get you a box of the Morton salt, the iodized salt. Sprinkle that salt across there. Be kind of heavy with it, kind of heavy, because it's serving a purpose. It's not just salting the fries, it's also forming a nice crust, making the fries crunchy. So you want to sprinkle that salt across there, kind of heavy handed, and then take your spatula or fork or whatever, stick down in there and stir it up and get the salt to moving through all of it. And what it does is it gives your French fries a nice crunchy little pop. If you're too heavy, of course, or if you're not stirring well, I guess you could bite into a piece that might make you, twinge. But for the most part, it's not for the fries. It's to give it a nice crunch. The way speak on it, Ben. You can. You can speak on it. Now I'm gonna try it. I think this is you. I think I can trust that this is you. So yeah, you can speak on the loan though. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, now, if you're worried about your job, then follow your first mind. I don't we should believe that the bug is done. It's not actually. Um, there were some things that were supposed to have been accomplished throughout this whole situation. Um, and because the world didn't move, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Um, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it was something. It was a bottom line. Something was supposed to happen. At the end of the day, behind everything that they laid out with the pandemic and the stimulus and everything was supposed to have went as planned, and they were supposed to have accomplished something at the end. That has not been accomplished yet. So because that hasn't been accomplished yet, this thing is not over. As a matter of fact, word from the underground said we're going to go back on lockdown one more time, and the next time is going to be worse than the last time. Why? Because it's going to take something else big to get the protesters riled up and in their feelings and get them out there. Except this time, instead of them being out there being nice and easy, they're going to have to be out there, burning some shit down. If they want to get somebody's attention, it seems like that's the way that they get it. They can't never just go have a conversation or call them up for a meeting and work it out. It always end up, being bad. A lot of people not wearing masks there. Well, you got some states that are not acknowledging it, like Florida. Florida don't acknowledge nothing got to do with the pandemic at all. Texas is on its way. Now, Pennsylvania is starting up the audit, and their people starting to get a little bit loose. I believe Seattle is another state that Seattle, Washington, that is starting to slowly not give a shit, if you will. I know where I live, we've been kind of lackadaisical about it down here, and then the next thing you know, they start dropping chemtrails on us twice, 2 and 3 times a week. So, they closed the state down. I guess everything went on lockdown for about 45, almost 2 months. The third month, people started moving, setting up places outside for people to eat outside. And then next thing you know, we were back open. Or I guess I should say people were not being taxed and given tickets and violation codes for being open because they wanted everybody to shut down. But where I live, they went with it. It's just simple as that. So, me, every weekend I went out to eat and maybe have a drink. I went shopping. I did all of the things. So, yeah. So because they haven't met whatever the goal is that was initially planned and intended, something else has to happen so that they can meet that goal. And remember, binge, they're running around now saying, oh, we're so afraid of they're going to stop the blood drives. They're going to cancel. Nobody's going to want to give blood because, they don't know if they got it, if they're giving it to somebody that's got it or whatever. And it was like, well, I wouldn't think that they would cancel the blood drives. Now, I would think that maybe people wouldn't go to get blood because of that. But I think if people wanted to give, I would think they would still go ahead and give blood. I wouldn't think that would start anything, but let them tell it based on what. Now, here's the deal. Here's the catch. Now we done got a picture of what the cocktail is made of for the shot. And because of what's in that cocktail, they're saying that people are not, it's being questionable about them giving blood. Because if you done had the shot and you up here giving blood, You finna take the next person out, possibly. See, and that conversation came from one of the emails. You know, they released some T's emails. And by the way, Anthony Fauci, aka Tony, aka T is in TEE. Yeah, he in the YouTube Boulevard as T. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Out of 27 Facts nursing home residents, 23 tests plus 2 weeks later, positive. 2 weeks later, 2 died. Variants. Listen, we saw the video. If you got COVID today, oops, shit. Damn, I said the word. I'm going to have to delete this. Well, maybe I can age restrict it. No, I better delete it because they'll be talking about medical misinformation. So if you had Killer Pete today and then tomorrow they done added to, took away from, played with it to see, you know, what's good with it. When you go to get your second shot, of course, your second shot is round 2. Who's to say if the second was some kind of a doctored shot from some other experiment that they were playing with, and they gave it to you to see how it would feel? You don't know. It's nothing that's organized like you would think. You know what I'm saying? Like if I got to take 2, then when I walk up, I ought to be getting a package of 2. You open up one to give me the shot, and I bring this package back with me when I come for the second shot, because it's the chemicals is all synced in together. I would think. You how you just gonna go up there to the shelf and pull out shot number 2 and give it to me, not knowing nothing, not asking no questions, none of that. For all they know, when you come back to get the second shot, you could have the shit again. Oh my God, I said that the other day about Dr. F, and my family was about to disown me. Girl, don't do it. Don't do it being shy. Your family, honey, they will give you the blues, baby. If they ain't ready, they ain't ready. I'm telling you from personal experience, honey. They will give you the blues, baby. But yeah. So, and look, I didn't know that T was working on Down syndrome. Now, I guess he's working on cause and effects. I just saw some videos on that. Matter of fact, one of those youngest kids, the girl that was 8 years old that had a baby, her baby ended up having Down syndrome. She stayed right with him. You know, every time I think about the little girl that had her period at the age of 3 and had a baby by 5, all I keep thinking about is that somebody in her household did that. Somebody in her household did that. 3 years old. Who else the baby gonna be around at 3 years old? At 3 years old, if I was to open up a pamper and seen that down in there, honey, when I tell you, we'll be hauling ass like a scalded dog to the emergency room. We have our own motherfucking siren lights going on, baby. That would be something that would blow my mind for an infant. For a toddler, I guess at that point, they're not an infant. At 3 years old, it's still a baby. 3 years old, having a cycle. Hey, left-handed Libra. Hey, mamas. 3 years old. The hell you doing with a cycle? Who done put their seed up in you at 4 and you done had a baby at 5? Like, come on. But, you know, that was her parents. Her parents didn't give permission for them to look any deeper. And again, in my opinion, I would guess why, because they didn't want to be found out. But look at the changes that baby went through so that she could have a good, positive, and close to normal life. You wouldn't give them permission to check her out, but yet the doctor ended up caring for her during her pregnancy. Right. I got to look up Andre C. Galil. Got to figure out who he is. He was in there in them emails talking a little shit in it too. I had to look him up. Now, what I do know is that he works for the University of Nebraska Medical Center. Internal medicine. He is the director of infectious diseases. He was emailing T, asking him something about the pneumovax. The who? The pneumovax. What's the pneumovax? Good question. The pneumovax is supposed to be a shot. And the pneumovax is supposed to help with your lungs and opening them up your lungs. This is because Nebraska, and yes, here, yes, sure, yes, ma'am, bench. Here, yes, ma'am, I want to see how this sound when I say it out loud, but I know I can't say it, but yeah. It's a shot that they give to people when they be having the respiratory issues. Well, let's see. He mentioned ARDS. ARDS is ARDS. A is in apple, R is in run, D is in dog, S is in Sam. ARDS is acute respiratory distress syndrome. Yeah, that's how it's defined on Google. And the symptoms are eerily similar to those of Killer Pete. I'm reading the email. I don't want to read all of the pages, but I can't turn my head away. Let me look what she said. Arrest everybody, bench. Arrest everybody. That's why I say that one right there. Her name was Lena Mina. I don't know what the last name was, but if you Google it in the World Guinness Book of his youngest baby mama, Lena Mina something was her last name. She started having her cycle. That was my commentary at the beginning of this video. She started having a cycle at 3 years old, and by 5, she was a mother, had a whole full-fledged baby. She got impregnated at 4. You can't tell me somebody didn't violate that baby and plant their seed in there. But see, when the doctors in there wanted to look more into it to see how it happened, bitch, this ain't no Mary Magdalene type of show over here, nigga. This ain't no baby Jesus being reincarnated. No. Ain't no need y'all calling the press, the priest, the Father, the Son, or the Holy Ghost. You ain't got to call none of neither one of them. This ain't no baby Jesus reincarnation. This ain't no Mary Magdalene type thing. Somebody violated that baby, period, point blank, but the parents didn't give them permission, so they didn't get to go up in there and see. You have to go back and listen to the first part of the video, and I tell you a little bit about how she came about and what happened when the baby was born and the whole 9 yards. But it's a couple of more of them after that. As you go on down from that. And then we talked about how easy it is for them to snatch the kids. See, that's what's going over there in other countries. We ain't got to talk about the fact that, it's a whole war in Israel and Gaza. We ain't got to talk about that nobody's talking about anyway. But they back to kidnapping these kids. Grabbing them right out your arms, broad daylight in a restaurant, in a business, in the public. Snatching your kids, jumping on the motorcycle, hauling ass. Kid cricking and screaming, they hanging on for dear life till they can get down the street and pull over. That is how they getting the kids over in other countries. Y'all making it easy for them over here. Because when they said the school bell ring on Monday, y'all got the kids dressed, proper, loose, rock ready. You got the kids on their way to school on Monday. You make it easy. You get the kids right on to them. And then when they try to confirm whether everybody has had the jab or not, that's when issues will come into play. And since the y'all are already separated, they'll just simply tell you why you guys cannot reunite. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Let's see what else happened today. Oh yeah. So the Internal Revenue Service. I posted for my members. I think I posted that for my members. It is one down in DC. Is listed as permanently closed. I want you to know that that is not the entire Internal Revenue Service as a whole. That is one particular piece of a functioning unit, and continue to pay your your IRS bills and debts if you have them until further notice. Oh yeah, damn, she's probably gone now. Hey Momo, hola hermana. Hey mamas. Did you see the episode on Zero Lady Zero where the man prostitutes? Oh no, I didn't see that, girl. Let me write that down. Let me look on my bootleg show and see if it's on here. Zero Lady Zero. Okay, I'll check that out. Hola, familia. For cigarettes. Oh, Lord. Listen. Everything is happening so fast. I get overwhelmed when I try to keep up with everything, when I try to make it make sense. Momo has been an absolute angel. She would try to explain, but it's like, and I, and there is a video that I have to show y'all. I've only gotten one video further, but there are several videos that break down this entire lifelong playbook of all the stuff that's happened. And I have yet to get to the last video with my slow watching self. But one night we may get on here and try to give you guys the highlights of it. It's really no fun without the video. You should really watch the video, but I know a lot of people just want the highlights, and maybe I can try to bring those to you at a later time. It is very old episode on oxygen. Still think about that. You finally watched those videos. I did. I watched one. I still have several more to go. But I was telling them that I cooked some shrimp fried rice today. I stir fried my shrimp. I did my onions. I scrambled eggs. I did all of the above. Yeah. And then I turned around, went back and fixed a half a thing of bacon. And then I had a bacon sandwich. And then I had one piece of bread with 3 pieces of strips of bacon on it. The rest of it's going to be breakfast and the other's going to be lunch tomorrow. I have 2 New York strips in there that I'm thinking about going and putting them in the oven right now and let them cook. But it's kind of late. It's 10:40. So I'm thinking maybe not. I'll get up in the morning and put them on and probably make some shells mac and cheese. I brought some monkey bread, so I'll snack on that in between. Yeah. 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 There has been, let me get back to my telephone. Let's see. Y'all, I've been thinking real heavily on that bill, SBHB 3979 or SB 3979, that bill in Texas where they're trying to wipe out our history. I've been really thinking about that. Um, And I think I'm gonna reach out. Keep watching those videos. Okay, we'll do, Momo. You love monkey bread too, left hand Libra? Yes, girl. I know, but girl, it's so addicting. It can be so addicting, left handed Libra. And girl, I be fucking around. I've been a sit here, girl, and ate. Ooh, I've been and ate that whole thing of monkey bread, girl. Ooh, girl. Ah, gotta be careful. That shit is addictive like a mug. But yeah. It's so much like, for instance, I went to get my keys fixed. Because I had went and bought batteries. It's been over a year now, almost 2 years. I went and bought batteries for my remote and they wouldn't work. Come to find out, homeboy had put them in backwards. Well, they weren't any good, so I ended up getting 2 more. Well, the sales guy bought them for me because he wanted to try to hook me into buying a car. So he was saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna buy. We want the old cars, and we're paying top dollar for the old cars. Da 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 to get you in. Da 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 da." So yeah, but I still owe on my car. So you don't want my car? He's like, no, that's not a problem. So he said, well, what we have on our lot is all we have, right? So you could tell he was new at this. He wasn't that good because he tried to be specific. Take me to. I said, listen, I want a moon roof. It's got to have a moon roof, sunroof. Yeah, it's got to have a moon roof, sunroof. And I guess at this point, maybe it's got to have 4 doors. It's got to have 4 doors. Yeah. Yeah. Well, he was very limited. I didn't like the color silver. I didn't like that gray, that silver color. So I told him that was the deal breaker. Did you hear news from not going to reopen California on June 6th? Still needs his murders. What? Hey, Summer Breeze. Okay, good night, baby. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. Don't let me have the munchies. Left hand Libra. Girl, you better know it, girl. Bitch, we waking up, shaking and baking, bitch. Ooh, that monkey bread to come in handy. Them munchies will get you fucked up. Left hand Libra, girl. Girl, the munchies be tearing your ass up. But no, I didn't hear about that, Momo. He not gonna reopen on June 15th. Well, we doing our own thing down here. I don't think my people's down here giving a fuck about him. Matter of fact, they've been trying to get his ass up out of office, so he better tread very, very lightly, because baby, they not playing with him down here. Well, Momo, speak for yourself, sis. I've been telling y'all for a minute. My peoples ain't act like they don't give a damn. I mean, they still wearing their masks and stuff, but shit, we open and popping down in this bitch. We just went and shot pool yesterday. I would have went to the movies, but I was hungry. Girl, we the only state still on lockdown. I guess they cruising easy. I mean, I even took the girls to 2 weeks ago, I took them down to the beach. So I almost went to jail messing around down there at the beach with them old grouch ass police officers. Took them down there to the beach with me, girl. They was having a volleyball tournament. They had the concert, baby. Momo. Girl, we don't seem to be giving a damn down here. I don't know. Cuomo caved due lawsuits allegedly. Well, my governor getting sued by the churches. What is it, $6 million, I believe? Because he said he didn't have to stay closed down all this time. They ain't been able to get their tithes and offering. Girl, the pastors is going after Gavin. Now, Gavin trying to play bad, but he better be careful, honey, because church and state don't rock together, honey. The Lord have been struck him down, would have been smite him down. girl, don't let the Bible smite him. I went to the movie but at least, I had to go back up, California. ScoMo has let up on some regulations. Oh, okay. Only first chance. There's only 3 people in the whole theater. Yeah, they still scared. They ain't knowing you're left-handed. Y'all, hey, when y'all went to the movies, y'all was the brave ones. Y'all was ready. That would have been the perfect time to go when they about 3 or 4 of them in there. Yes, he had to pay churches. Oh, he ended up paying $156 million. Girl. Ooh. Oh wait, 1.56 million. Oh, that's 100 yeah, that's still 150. Yeah, yeah. Churches won. So I guess he mad now. He called himself gonna take it out on us because he had to come out of pocket to pay them churches, which he ain't paid. I'm sure they got to be on the payment plan, but I guess he think he gonna try to take it out on us and not open the state. Boy, go ahead on with that bullshit. Ain't nobody studying. I don't know. Maybe we should be closed. Maybe we shouldn't be closed. I'm gonna do me either way it is. Either way it go, I'm gonna do me. When I get ready to go, I'm gonna get up and go. When I get ready to sit down, I'm gonna give somewhere and sit down. So much for that. So much for that, child. Well, y'all, we done been on here for a little bit. I done gave y'all all I got. And let me tell you something else too. The social media is y'all be careful. If y'all didn't see it on Instagram, what in the 1.56 million violation was this for? Because he had the state closed down and the people couldn't go to church, binge. The churches said he was fucking around. He could have been done open the state back up. So since he didn't open it up, he cost them how much? Like I said, I thought it was $6 or $7 million. But she said 156 million. So I guess he said, shit, you know, you didn't open the state back up when you were supposed to. So you cost us all this money. We want it back. So that's what Momo was just confirming, that they won, that he had to pay that money back. He gonna get his power snatched up next. Like Whitmer, he gonna hold us hostage because of recall. Oh, girl. Plus lawyer fees. Yep. You might be right. Well, you've been right so far, Momo. Everything you done told us, you've been right on point for it. Girl, see, that's what I mean. That's what I'm telling y'all. Don't be so quick to count all your eggs before they hatch. Because everybody trying to act like everything is copacetic. Oh, yeah, we open, we this, we that. No, we not. This shit gonna get closed up and locked down again. Somebody else gonna have a knee on their neck, a foot on their head, or some shit gonna happen. Somebody else gonna end up it's gonna be some more loss of life. And then the protesters gonna come in. It's gonna get bad, and it's. And then when they have everybody locked up at home, can't go nowhere, then they'll mess around, and then the next thing you know, instead of it being black fungus, it'll be some shit like the Ebola. I'll be out here. SARS will be back around here. Who knows? He big mad. We recalling his back. Yep. Yep, that show what they've been doing. My people ain't been liking his ass for months. They've been trying to snatch him up out of there. So he might as well go and get somewhere, sit down and let the state open on up and be done with it. But I mean, he up there where the elite and the big tech 4 is at. So, but he better be careful before he have an 8x10 in the very place that he called himself looking out for. But I digress. Anyways, thank y'all for coming over and hanging out with us tonight. I appreciate y'all. Please thumbs up the video on your way out, or whichever way your spirit leads you. We would appreciate it. Remember, thumbs up, thumbs down. It's all engagement. We appreciate your help. You guys be blessed, be safe, have a wonderful evening, and I'll talk to y'all later.